Good morning, welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. I speak to spirits here at my house using a method I developed. Now, I'm trying to decide who I want to do a session on, and I spent the last hour reading up on Aleister Crowley. Okay, super interesting guy. I don't know a lot about him. I'm concerned, obviously, with the the references, I guess, that he was a Satanist and an occultist, which I'm sure he dabbled in all of that. From what I read, this dude was super interesting. I'm not all that keen on contacting evil, negativity, demons, of course. I don't want any of that stuff, so I'm going to push him off to the side and not contact him. Okay, I got interrupted, so not going to do Aleister Crowley. So I've decided to pull up ChatGPT, of course, which is an artificial intelligence here. This thing is quite useful for many things I've used it for already. I'm experimenting and dabbling with it. But let's type in there. Let's see. I speak to the dead. If you could speak to the dead, Mr. GPT, who from all of history would you contact and why? Also, what are the 10 most important questions? Forget my spelling, it knows what I mean. Let's see what it says. If you could speak to the dead, I'd probably contact Leonardo da Vinci. The guy was centuries ahead of his time in art, engineering, anatomy, and basically everything else. Imagine what he could do with modern knowledge. These are not good questions, just reading the first one. What unfinished ideas or inventions did you leave behind? It's not going to work for us because we only get 5 seconds of information. You know what? I don't even like Leonardo da Vinci. Let's try contacting someone more controversial and gritty. Perhaps from the 18th century. Ooh, Napoleon Bonaparte. That might be a good one. Okay, so let's see. Military genius, political mastermind, and a man whose ambitions reshaped Europe. Love him or hate him, his impact was undeniable. I might run with this. This is pretty cool. I like this. I haven't seen the new Joaquin Phoenix film, which apparently is maybe a little boring or not great storytelling, but it does. I'd like to see that. Maybe I should ask him that too. What did you think of the film? Let's add that as number 11. I'm going to do it. Sony camera pointed at the wife's computer. A slightly different angle today. We have our questions as suggested by ChatGPT. You know what? This looks more like a Napoleon Bonaparte bowl. Okay, so something interesting here. When I took the singing bowl and I went doing and it was giving us the vibration, that's what I have highlighted on the screen up above me, okay? You can see there's nothing in there. So I didn't think there'd be any voices on that because it's just a solid tone. There's no variation in there. But check this out. I did find something in there. I'm going to just amplify that by 50 decibels. That's the most that I can do at one time. So there it is, 50, boom. See, the end's got a little bigger, but there's really nothing in the middle. You can see one little blip right there. So then I said effect, amplify again. Now it wants to do 25. So just a minute ago when I did this, it did 41. Let's do 41 again. Ooh. See how the ends here got really blown out because they're way too loud. But look, it brings up a lot of noise in the middle, static. And I actually hear a word right in here. This might be a little loud. I'm going to just drop it by, I don't know, like 8 decibels. See if you can hear what I hear. This seems all staticky, and then there's one word right here, okay? I can hear a woman say, Grant, right here. Interesting.
Let's do it.
Okay. Can you say the name of the person I wish to contact or I've asked for you to bring forth? So, of course, it's Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon, what was your biggest mistake? Okay, this is mind-blowing again as usual. That is what I heard. Give this to, I heard Anna Lisa. So I'm like, I don't know anything about Bonaparte. Not a huge Bonaparte aficionado. Don't, I've heard his name. And he tried to take over basically the world. That's what I know about Napoleon. So I typed in Napoleon Bonaparte, Anna Lisa. Oh, I don't have this. Let me show you the screen that comes up here. You're not going to believe this, or maybe you will. Maybe you already know it. I certainly didn't know it. Check this out. His sister's name was Marie Anne Elisa Bonaparte. That's too much of a coincidence. Marie Anne Elisa. And he said, give this to Anne Elisa. He's got to be talking about his sister. Yes, big shivers, big goosebumps. Now, the question was asked, what was your biggest mistake? Again, not my question. This was the ChatGPT AI question. I don't know really what the answer was, but something to do with his sister, obviously, and I haven't analyzed the other camera yet, so I don't know if there's anything there that I can understand, but this is just, that's more than a coincidence. Anne Elisa. Why did you invade Russia? Doesn't get any clearer than that. Why did you invade Russia? And then the last thing he says, I mean, it makes sense, the 3 or 4 things he says, but the last thing he says is, I hate Russians. Direct answers. And then I strongly have the feeling that it's his sister that says, forgive him, I hate this. I don't know why. I think it's his sister responding on the Sony camera. Did you ever truly love Josephine? Who betrayed you the most? What is your opinion on democracy? Did you ever doubt yourself? What's your view on modern warfare? What is the key to power? If you had one more chance, what would you do differently? What did you think about the recent movie about you starring Joaquin Phoenix? They've given a name to short men with fiery temperaments as a Napoleon complex or short man syndrome. How does this make you feel? Okay, and lastly, if you could come back to Earth and live another life now, would you choose peace or war? All right, thank you, Napoleon, for coming through and answering my questions. I'm going to gather up some light and send it out to you. All right, love, peace, joy, and adventure to you, spirits, and my spirit team. Same to you, viewers. We'll catch you guys in the next video. If you are intrigued by the research I'm doing here and you think that I might actually be onto something, feel free to like, subscribe, and share with your friends who may also enjoy the material. You can check out our Reddit community over on the Reddit page, r/optimalfrequency. If you want to donate like these folks have on the screen, you can use the donate button on the top of the YouTube banner. Every dollar is appreciated. Love, peace, joy, and adventure to all of you. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you in the next video.